All right, I need everyone to the carpet. All right. Have you ever been in a race before? Raise your hand if you've ever been in a race. Boomer, tell us about the race that you were in.
I was in this running field where me and my brother were running fast, but around the compound, and then there's other people coming too.
Okay.
And usually we had a tie.
You had a tie. All right. Well, can you tell us about the race? I bet you've been in a lot of races. 100 races. Okay. Tell us about one of them.
One time it was back in the States. And there was this it's like something that had it was really big, thing. And there's like little lines, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And like 5 people have to line up, and then when she says get ready, set, go, you start running, and I'm the fastest one.
And you had to run all the way around it? Yeah? Okay, well the story that we're reading today is about a race, and I'm sure you have heard this story before.
Oh,
the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise and the hare is about a race. It's also a fable. What is a fable? What does a fable mean? What does that mean that it's a fable? Giselle?
A fable is like something that is from the past, like something that somebody like made up and then told it from. It was from the past, and then they told it from. They told it like to everybody, and then they spread it around.
Okay, yeah, and they share the story. Okay, kind of like a folk tale. But what is the difference? What does a fable have that a folk tale doesn't always have? Jonah?
It's passed down, but in different ways.
Okay, there are different ways that it's passed down. Basil?
It teaches a lesson.
It teaches a lesson. It teaches a lesson. We're going to read this story and decide what its lesson is today. The Tortoise and the Hare. It's an Aesop fable.
An Aesop?
Aesop was the original author. A hare was making fun of a tortoise one day for being so slow. Do you ever get anywhere? He asked with a... Uh-oh. We have a mystery word. He asked with a... I don't know what that word is. How can I figure that word out if I don't even know what it is? What could I do first? What could I look at? What could I think about? Rexy?
Maybe look at the first letter.
Look at the first letter. That's a good idea. It's an L. He asked with a... What do you think it could be?
Laugh.
Laugh? Okay, let's look at the picture. Would that match? Is he laughing in the picture? Okay, if the word is laugh, here's a trick. What's going to be at the end of the word?
H.
H. Wait a minute, but I hear a laugh. Why do you think it's going to be an H? Joelle?
Because some letters have L, I, G, H.
So,
laugh.
okay, so GH can make the F sound. What other 2 letters can make the F sound that we talked about, the chunk?
PH.
PH. So which one do you think it is in laugh? Do you think it's GH or do you think it's PH?
GH.
Let's check. It is. All right, I solved that mystery word, so what should I do now? Reread it. Yeah, okay. Do you ever get anywhere? He asked with a laugh. Yes, said the tortoise, and I get there sooner than you think. I'll run you a race and prove it. The hare was amused at the idea of running a race with the tortoise. He agreed to it just for the fun of it. A fox was asked to be the judge, and he marked the distance and started the runners off. The hare was soon far out of sight. To make the tortoise feel even more foolish for trying to race a hare, he lay down to take a nap until the tortoise had caught up. What do you think is going to happen next? What do you think is going to happen next? Destiny, what do you think might happen next?
Maybe he will pass the tortoise.
Okay, maybe he will.
I mean the hare.
Oh, maybe he will pass the hare. Why do you think he might pass the hare?
Because he's too slow.
Because who's too slow? The tortoise is slow? He is slow. So how could he pass the hare if he's too slow?
Maybe he can quickly go to a nice level.
Okay, Joelle, what do you think?
Because the hare's sleeping and
because
the
he's
tortoise he could be really quiet and he could go on.
He could
Without letting
go quietly past him. Let's see what happens. The tortoise, meanwhile, kept going, slowly but steadily. After a time, he passed the hare, sleeping peacefully beside the road. When at last the hare woke up, the tortoise was near the goal. The hare now ran his... Oh no! What could that word be? I can see that it starts with an S and a W. What sound would those make if we blend them together? Swap, swap, swap. The hare now ran his Any idea, Basil? Swiftest? What does swiftest mean? What does swift mean?
Fast.
Fast. If it was swiftest, what would we see after the S and W? Swift. Jonah?
Fastest.
Okay. Fastest is what it means, or is that what you think that we'll see next?
It would have an EST at the end.
At the end, it would have an EST. Okay, so let's see. Oh, it does have an EST. So what do you think it could have in the middle? Swift. Swiftest. Kayla? I? Oh, you're right. Let's see if it's swiftest. Do you think that's swiftest?
Yeah.
It is swiftest. 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 All right, we solved that mystery word. Yes, ma'am.
On the page, I was gonna say like in Sophie.
Right, like in Sophie's name. She has a PH, you're right. The hare now ran his swiftest, but he could not pass the tortoise in time, and the tortoise was the champion. Yay! Good job. What lesson do you think Aesop was trying to teach us with this story? What do you think the lesson could be in this story, Jacob?
It doesn't matter how fast or slow you are.
It doesn't always matter how fast or slow you are. So what does matter then, I wonder? What does matter then? I don't know. What do you think the lesson could be, Jordan?
Well, slow and steady wins the race.
Slow and steady wins the race. Have you heard someone say that before?
Yeah.
Slow and steady wins the race. Well, guess what? That is the exact lesson from this story. Slow and steady wins the race.
And never.
All right, we're going to talk a little bit more about this story now with a game. We're going to use our beanbag game. To answer some QAR questions. Some are in the book, some are in your head, and we're going to talk about those. So let's see.
Whoever wins. Let's be the blue this time. We were already the red.
We're not going to be on teams this time. It's just one person. All right, Christian, stand up where you are and throw that beanbag. Let's see what question you get. Ooh, all right, let's try again.
Not too hard.
I know. All right, in your own words, describe an important part of the story. Can you tell us one of the important parts that happened in this story? It's something that was important in this story. Was it important that they decided where the goal was? How far to run? Was that part important? No. What was important in the story? What was an important part? Would you like a helper?
Yeah.
Okay.
That he won the race.
Okay.
Because he was sleeping.
Because Hare was sleeping. So Hare sleeping was an important part. And him winning was an important part. All right. Thank you.
Or never brag that you won.
All right. Let's see what's next. Destiny. And after this test me, then you can go to the squirrel. Oh, let's try one more time. There we go. How do you think the characters should solve the problem? How do you think they should have solved the problem? Well, what was the problem, first of all? What was the problem in this story? Zoe, what was the problem?
The hare said, you don't get anywhere fast.
Okay. That the hare was kind of bragging and saying that the tortoise was slow and couldn't get anywhere. So what do you think they should do to solve the problem? How did they solve the problem in this story?
Maybe they did, the hare didn't win and the tortoise won because he was slow and steady.
Because, yeah, he won because he was slow and steady. Would you have solved the problem the same way? Is that how you would have solved that problem? You would have. All right. Thank you, Destiny. You may go to Mr. Rock. All right. Next up. Giselle. Oh, nice. What is the solution to the problem? We kind of just answered that one. So how about who helped to solve the problem? Who helped to solve the problem? Were there any characters that helped solve it?
Well, no.
Not really? Okay.
Yeah, because he just won the race and nobody really helped.
Nobody helped him, so he kind of did it on
Well,
his own.
actually, the hare helped him by sleeping.
Yeah, the hare did kind of help him by sleeping, didn't he? He did. All right, let's try a couple more before we see our next activity. Jonah.
We're doing another game.
Not another game.
Can we all get a chance?
Oh, we just did that one. Let's try a new one. Oh, there we go. In your own words, we did not do this one yet. In your own words, tell about the beginning, middle, and end of the story. So retell the story in your own words.
Well, at the beginning, the hare was sort of making fun of the turtle because he said he was saying he was so slow he couldn't get anywhere. But in the middle, he asked, "You want to run a race?" And then the tortoise, he thought the tortoise was so slow, so the hare just went to sleep. And then at the end, he slept for so long that the tortoise actually won the race.
Good job. That is exactly right. All right, let's add this to our fable poster so that we can remember this lesson. So what was the name of this fable? What was the title of it? Emiliana?
The tortoise and the hare.
The Tortoise and the Hare.
The pattern.
It is.
Oh, thank you.
And what was the lesson or the moral in this fable? Roxy?
That slow and steady always wins the race.
Slow and steady. Always. Do you think you could use this moral in school? Do you think this could help you with anything in school? What do you think that it could help you with in school? Sophie?
Maybe at recess, maybe in recess, if you have a race and that person brags a lot and saying that I'm faster than you, maybe you could be slow and steady and you might win.
Okay, so if you're racing someone at school. But what about inside the classroom? Is there any way that it could help you inside the classroom, Jacob?
Doing math.
Doing math? How could it help you when you're doing math?
You might get the answers wrong if you go fast, and if you go slow, you might get the answers right.
Yeah, have you ever done that? You tried to do something really fast just to get done with it, and then you got a bunch of wrong answers?
Yeah, because there was one kid, he went so fast that he got in chess, he got 7 answers wrong.
That happens. That happens. Okay, your job today at Sinners looks like this. The tortoise and the hare. There are only 6 questions for you to answer. When we answer a question, do we just write one word and that's the answer?
No.
How do we answer a question? How do we answer a question? Audrey?
We write a whole entire sentence.
We write a whole sentence to answer it. Can you use words from the question?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so there are 6 questions for you to do at Centers today to answer them. And that is it. Great job.
Desk work?
That's the desk work.